Hey everyone, this is the LEGO Ninjago Imperium Dragon Hunter Hound set. It comes with 198 pieces and I paid $20 US for it. I do need to address an elephant in the room, which is the fact that I'm going to have to be showing you my hands at some point in the video, and my hands look like this. And if you have a problem with that, you shouldn't, because I earlier today was doing a fundraiser over on Twitch benefiting Games for Love at gamesforlove.org, and that fundraiser raised over $5,000 for Games for Love, which is an organization that helps to bring happiness and entertainment and good times to kids who are not having good times in hospitals, who are stuck in inpatient care. So you can check them out at gamesforlove.org. And this was just something that helped to incentivize folks to donate very generously, which they did. And it was a good old time. About this set, though, obviously it comes with 3 minifigures, and this is canonical and accurate to at least the first, already the first portion of the first season of Dragons Rising. The head of this thing looks pretty impressive, mostly because of the very nice print on that relatively new design of piece, the 3x3 with a couple of different axes of curves to it, and also the shaping that's there with the genuine Lego building is pretty good. As far as articulation here, you've got the ability to open and close the mouth. Not the most aggressive looking mouth. You got a little bit of fur down here, but not the you're not seeing teeth or anything, but the overall shape of it I think is pretty good. You can also change the angles of the ears. You can bring them in and out. You can swap those around, and you can also angle them forward and back just a little bit. This whole thing is on a ball joint, so it's able to angle up a bit, but not a whole lot, down quite a lot, turn side to side, twist, stuff like that. But it's unfortunate that it's not able to angle up much more, because the head does sit fairly low on this. It has a lot of the whole thing has a lot of curvature to it. So you got the tail, which can move on a ball joint. It can move all around. They make that look a little bit bushy, which is cool. It's something that they don't, well, no, just Lego just doesn't do that frequently at all. Usually they'll have a long straight or tapering tail, or they'll have like a ball or a hook or something. But it's a little bit different than you just have this arc or arch down. The forward pair of legs are up against in a pretty good spot here, and those are on ball joints, so they're able to move around. You can see they use the non-bending knee or elbow piece on the inside there for simplicity, but this is good range here. And then you also get good range with the ankles. They're able to move all around different ways, and with the toes themselves can move independently, so you can get some pretty decent posing there. However, you cannot get good posing at the back, because here you just have, oops, that's interesting. Actually, it's a little bit too easy to get that to pop out. Just trying to make it go straight, or going a little bit farther than you should right there. So that pops out. Didn't realize that before. But otherwise, it just goes up and down. And even when it goes up, like, you can't really angle these right. So that the feet, you want to be able to angle them flatter to the ground, maybe to put it into a seated position or something. It just doesn't work. So the articulation falls apart. Literally and figuratively, towards the rear, unfortunately. Not a big fan of how thin it gets right here, right in the center. It's like one stud of width for this banner holder. You got a sticker back here, which is actually pretty nice, but completely optional. The core build of it looks really good to me. But, there's some things here that are good, some things that are not so good about it. The banner does use a single sticker up there, and then you just have a simple spot to mount the figure. Potentially you could put 2 figures on there if you get a little bit creative with the position, but that's just how it's supposed to be there. And there are no clips or anything on the body to hold on to extra minifig accessories. The rider figure here is the Imperial Claw General, and then obviously we have Lloyd and Jay here with their new looks for the new season. Got that nice new weapon as well, used just here on a pole to turn it into a little bit of a longer range melee weapon. And I really like that mold, that dual mold, and I hope that they will make that in some different colors soon. You got the new style for the faces for the ninja there when they're fully powered up. This is a nice headgear piece, and then obviously you got the single stud on the back to be able to build upon the armor here, and on the backs here you've got the more classic style of built-in double scabbard for the double katanas there, and that goes with the upper armor piece, which really isn't armor. It's more just the lower part of of the hood for each one. You take just the hood off. If you had hair, you could put hair on them, but the set does not come with hair. So just taking those things off alone. Really good prints here otherwise. I like this new style for the Ninja that they came up with for this season. I think it works really well. It has a little bit of a Batman universe kind of thing going on, but reverse to what they actually do, because this works with the hood removed, reverse to what they do in the Batman series. So you have an actual presentable look here, and then they do also have these alternate faces that are a little bit more standard. So here you don't get two different facial expressions, but instead you get two, I personally think, useful faces that can be obviously turned around. Yeah, I think it's pretty good stuff. But again, good prints, pretty good consistency. Just between the Ninja, have heard a complaint that they are pretty much just color swaps from one to the next, which is absolutely true. But that kind of also takes us back, other than the heads, that kind of takes us back to the good old days that people are always wishing that they would return to. So, sometimes you go to classic stuff and people will be happy. Sometimes you go to classic stuff and people will be unhappy about it. But I think that these are fine toys for the 6+ group. Leftover pieces are just these, and the sticker sheet had just 2 stickers on it. Again, I paid $20 US for this roughly 200-piece set. It's 21 euros, strangely, 19 pounds UK, and $25 Canadian, which translates to about $19 US. For this amount of stuff in 2023, I think this is fine. Value-wise, I wish there was a little bit more thickness here, and I definitely wish that there was better articulation at the rear legs. Otherwise, other than those things, this is definitely fine to me. Yeah, is there anything else that they could have added? Maybe a tiny side build, but probably instead of doing that, they put all of their budget just into the main build, which is honestly preferable much of the time. Maybe not always, but much of the time. I just think that generally this is a pretty good set with a couple little quirks that bug me slightly as an adult. Looking at design and stuff probably would not bug kids that much, especially this is made for 6 and up. This is pretty advanced in its shaping and everything, I'd say, for something that targets that age range. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. If you like what you see, then I think you're getting a respectable deal. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll talk to you again soon.